Hey, good morning, Facebook world. This is Brittany with the Seniors Blue Book, and today I have the privilege to be with Vicky McPhee, and Vicky is with Keller Williams, Peace River Partners Realty. Good morning, Vicky.
Good morning, Brittany. Thank
How are you
you.
doing today?
I'm doing real good. How about you?
I'm doing awesome, thank you.
Good.
So first of all, I want to share that when we talked via Zoom, I think it was about a week ago, we discovered we had something in common, a very common love, and that would be dachshunds.
Wiener dogs, yes.
Wiener dogs.
Yep.
They are the best. I mean, seriously,
Oh my
I've been
gosh.
like telling people for years, I'm like, they're the funniest, most loving, they're the definition of love, you know?
Oh, for sure. Their personalities are just amazing. I've got one of my wiener dogs in getting fixed this morning. He just turned 6 months old, and my other one is just pouting. She's like sitting behind me on the floor, and she is so bummed out that he is not here. She's pouting.
They're best buddies. I know so my puppy that I have, she's going to be 5 months. So I'll have I think next month we'll have to be in the same situation. But she's been doing the funniest thing where she will actually clean. I have 4 pups total. So the other 3, they all like in the beginning were very skeptical of her and like, no, this is our tribe. And now like she has a very special bond with all of them. And recently she's been cleaning their ears.
I just knew you were going there.
So we looked it up, right? We're like, well, what does that mean? And it's like a show of affection, for them. And she literally, even the most grouchiest of the 4 lets her do that. And it's amazing.
Yeah, they find their little spot in the world and they know where they belong, for sure.
Exactly. Actually, she's coming in my door right now.
The funniest thing that my little Fizbo does, he's the one getting surgery today, is I have a big basket full of toys, and that is his favorite place to sleep. He'll knock 2 or 3 toys off the top and crawl in and curl up. And he blends in so well with the toys, sometimes it's hard to find him.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute. They're so similar, the breed, because ours will get inside the toy. There's like 3 toy boxes, I'll be honest. And she literally will just find her, we're like, where is she? And she's just literally laying inside the toy box playing with, her 100 toys. So,
I know.
They're the best.
They're amazing.
So tell us, Vicky, tell us about yourself and your background, your experience as a real estate agent.
Okay, so I've been selling real estate since 1997, and I've done the whole gamut of anything there is to do, other than I don't do commercial. I primarily specialize in residential. I work anywhere from mid Sarasota County, like Venice area, on down south to Punta Gorda. I try to avoid Lee County, although every now and then I find myself in that area as well, but I rather stick to this area. So I've got several designations. Amongst other things, one of my ones that I really like to promote is that I'm a senior real estate specialist. So I have a lot of specialties in working with seniors, and I have a lot of experience working with seniors from having to have dealt with a lot of issues with my parents over the last few years. So that has been a major learning experience for me, and it makes me, I think, a little bit more cognizant of what people are going through when I'm dealing with them. And then also I'm a graduate of the Realtor Institute. I'm a certified real estate specialist. I'm certified what they call ePro, which is electronic, doing the videos and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm a firm believer in education. I've always done everything I could to maintain a cutting edge on what I'm doing and make sure I've always got the latest and the greatest technologies and things like that.
And I know on Friday, I want to mention that we're actually going to go live at 1 o'clock, and people are going to be able to learn. You're basically focusing the education on the topic of buying and selling a home during COVID-19,
right?
Which most people, I actually was just talking last night about this, like my curiosity, and I'm super excited to learn from you. Is there anything kind of a teaser you can give for people on this video now?
Our whole world has changed. It used to be we would throw a person in our car and take them around and show them a bunch of houses, and now it's not safe to do that kind of thing if you're a buyer, and sellers are very nervous about having people come into their homes, so we've had to adapt to that and how we're showing properties. So it's just really become more of a technology thing than anything else, that we're using a lot of different technologies to promote the properties and to show properties, and it's not just business as usual anymore. Things have definitely changed. So is that a tease?
Yeah, that was a good one. And we are going to show too in just a minute, like on your Facebook page, that's, I think that one thing that we have all learned is that technology is amazing, even more than we thought, because of the communication and connections that we can form. And in a business sense, like personally, I never thought of Zoom or Skype or any of those Microsoft Teams. I never thought of them as like, hey, we should use this as a business thing,
Right. Exactly.
Now this is what we're doing full time, right? Like I don't know how many times like a day you're on with families or things like that through Zoom, which I can only imagine with you and showing homes that way.
Yeah, and we're using things like, I use FaceTime to show properties, where I'll go out and preview the property and flip my camera around and walk around, and so people can see what I'm looking at, because they can see things that you're not going to see if you look at the listing online that's presented by the listing agent. So I can show them like a leak in the ceiling or a crack in the tile, or a toilet that's not quite right, which are things you're not going to see in the professional photographs that the listing agent did. So a lot of people are buying sight unseen without actually physically going into a property, which we've always done that, but it's different now. I mean, the first time I did that, I was a nervous wreck, and it was probably 20 years ago. And I went out with my 35 millimeter and took 100 pictures, and I ran out and got the film developed, and then I put it in a FedEx package and overnighted it to my customers so they could see all these pictures. Technology sure has come a long way since the first time I sold one sight unseen.
It really has. And it's even like relatable to what with a lot of our senior living industries, what they're doing, of course, because, families, things like that, nobody can come in. So a lot of people are making tough decisions, as well as even buying homes. It's a big deal. It's a big deal to buy a home without physically walking in it. But because of technology and real time with, again, these different apps, I'm sure made it a great platform for that.
Yeah. The biggest thing that's missing, I'll just throw this out there, is smell.
You're right.
Because there's so much when you're purchasing a home. Like, I will walk in and say, oh my God, they've got dogs, or they smoke, or, you get that hit with that odor, and you are so missing that. Or you can walk in and have the opposite experience where, they just took that apple pie out of the oven, or there's a pot roast cooking, or, so that's the biggest thing that's missing with the technology to me, is getting the smells. The touch, not so much, because everybody knows what granite feels like or what marble feels like, but you just don't know what kind of smell is in that home. And in fact, I had a showing yesterday. The feedback came back last night that the buyer wasn't interested because they could smell gas. Now, she had it confused with a different property because there's no gas here, but that was the thing. It was the smell that made them reject a certain property. So that's the tough one.
Vicky, you're going to have to come up with like a scratch and sniff. Like, you're going to have to like pull a sample from the air and like do I'm just saying, it could be the next business idea.
Well, I kind of try to fall back on my old creative writing classes from high school, where you could like describe with all these flowing words what a home smells like. I mean, if I tell you that like it smells like they just took those chocolate chip cookies out of the oven, and the coffee is brewing, you got a good idea of what it's going to smell like in there. But by the same token,
if you say coffee, I'm buying.
Yeah, exactly. And the dog smell, I mean, most of the time that's not pretty, some are worse than others, but you kind of get the sense that, okay, so, and some smells can be eliminated. Mold is always a big one. People that are sensitive to mold are going to smell it quicker than I am. I'm not sensitive to mold, so I don't always smell what other people smell. So that's the biggest challenge, I think, with all the technology, is you lose that particular sense.
I think that's a really good point. But I think, I'm sure with what you're doing, and I've been hearing it's so busy. There's, houses are going on the market. They're being sold so fast. And I'm excited on Friday to be able to talk to you about that. Right. And I do want to share my screen real quick to show a couple of things, and I have that pulled up. So for people that are watching on Friday, this coming Friday, July 3rd, I can't believe it's July 1st today. Holy cow.
And you know what? I believe Friday is July 4th. No, wait. No.
July 3rd. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, it is. So, it's the day people are taking off for July 4th.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah. So, but we are going to be, it's a great day then, because people can kind of tune in at 1:00 and find out, what are some of the pros and cons of buying and selling a home during COVID-19. Right. And we also want to share your Facebook page. So for people, I'm going to, on the post of this video, of course, I'm going to put the link to your page, but it's Facebook.com/the McPhee team. And this is your page. It's beautiful. This makes me want to live on the water. But we want to go over to your video section because this is where you upload videos that are in your inventory. And let's go ahead, Vicky, it's okay with you if we show
Sure.
this home right here? Okay.
That'd be great. Really need to get this one sold. So.
All right. So this one for people watching is for sale.
Yes, it is. This is actually owned by a widow. The music was coming through really loud on my end. As you can see, it's just a basic starter home. Oh, look at the baby.
He's hanging out. Very nice. Where is that home located?
It's pretty much in Central Port Charlotte. And I would say, like, for all of you out there that deal with seniors, if anyone can help me help this senior out, she needs to get moving to be near her daughter. So, and that's really what it's all about.
Absolutely. I can imagine the feeling you get. This is my puppy, by the way, for everybody watching. Hi, baby.
Oh, how sweet.
He ran in when we were talking earlier. So, but it's got to be a sense of feeling it's such a rewarding feeling when you're helping these families find their dream home, helping them get to the next step, whether it's closer to their family or into an assisted living or whatever it might be.
Right. It's amazing in this part of Florida that it's almost like I get a lot of repeat business because people will come down here and they move down in their mid 50s ish, they're retiring, getting ready to retire, looking at a second home or a retirement home. And then they get into their mid to late 70s and it's time to sell that place and move back to be by the kids. So it's like a revolving thing all the time here.
Absolutely.
So I see so much of that, but I'm glad people can enjoy that 55 to 75 time span. So
it's, we live in paradise.
Totally. I mean, I can't think of anywhere I'd rather be.
Yeah. And everybody's definition is different, except where?
Except the mountains.
I know. The mountains are so beautiful. There's something so peaceful. But,
right. Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you taking your time this morning to share, what you do and how you help people. And for people that are watching, again, this is Vicky McPhee. She's with Keller Williams, Peace River Partners Realty. Did I get that whole thing right?
You got it. Okay. Thank you.
10 points. So Vicky and I, again, are going to be going live on Friday, this coming Friday at 1 o'clock. Tune into that as well. And Vicky, any last words that you want to share with people before we close?
No, just let people know that I'm really passionate about this and I will do anything I can. If they've got customers that they would like to entrust to me, I will take good care of them and look forward to meeting everybody that's involved with Senior Blue Book. I'm really excited about our relationship.
Me too. Well, I'll see you on Friday. And again, for everybody tuning in, please check out Vicky's Facebook page. And I guess we'll everybody have a great day and we'll see you later.
Great. Thanks so much, Brittany.
Thank you.